on.
Okay, we're on. Okay.
Hey.
All right, we're back.
All
Part
right.
2. Now we got the madman in studio.
I don't know what would spark the madman, but I like it. I'll take it. I'll
He's
take
the
it.
Yeah.
Farooq, the
You
madman.
can snap at any minute.
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, he's Dalton during the break was trying to recruit Mateo as his producer of his new podcast, which is named Cornfed, right?
I have a title picked out. Yeah, it's called Cornfed.
I like being the entertainment nightly guy, but like,
what's
the name of it? Cornfed.
I have a title and I have artwork and I have no plan.
Greg's like a talking TV guide now.
Yeah. Right. And Mateo tried to you tried saying no, but I think you kind of want to produce his show.
I don't know. I kind of do, but I kind of don't either. Like I'm indecisive. Because like I don't.
You see the suspenseful pause?
Well, I mean,
You
I
saw
can
the suspenseful pause.
can
It's
assure you,
good.
I
Good
can
radio.
assure you there's no money in it for many months.
Can I make a proposal to you?
Yeah,
I'll do it once a week,
sure to
but
get on one knee.
I have to bring the equipment to you.
yeah,
I'll do that.
that's fine.
Okay.
Wow, what a deal! Deals are being made.
Yeah, we'll do it Friday nights.
Mateo, I think Mateo's plan is.
I think you guys just brokered your first record deal. Like, this is
Yeah.
your label, and this is like your first.
Me?
Yeah, you just brokered this.
I have nothing to do
That's
with
how
it.
Yeah, you
Con-
do. You
yeah.
brokered this.
That's how Kanye West started out
Yeah.
as a producer.
You guys should get a Genius documentary too.
Yeah, no, I'll do it. I gotta find I'll find a space to record, and then
Why, do you live with roommates?
I have roommates.
Just come over to my place. That's it.
Where do you live?
Upper West.
Upper
It's a
West
very
Side?
fancy crawl space. You would
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Mateo, did you check in with your lawyer? I mean, your mother?
Trust me, we have an upstairs apartment. My parents.
She calls it her office. Mateo calls it the rest of the house.
No. We have
the nursery.
we have the 8th floor and the 12th floor.
Whoa.
I don't I just don't.
The people between those floors must feel so awkward.
I gotta be honest. I
Just
mean,
Mateo walking.
What do you mean, the 9 and 11 people?
no. Farouk's a 9/11 person.
I mean,
That's why we call him the madman.
That's what I call him, the madman.
What are you gonna say?
Oh no, it's funny how this podcast I had imploded, and people are telling me like, well, you got to strike while the iron is hot. Start a new podcast, and I'm like,
hey, that was my motto for 9/11. Strike while the iron is hot.
strike
So
while
you gotta-
strike while the steel beams are molten.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what a podcast really is. It's like you just hit record and hope that something happens.
Right.
It's a bit more technical than that.
See, he's a podcast warrior.
See, Mateo
Yeah.
Mateo is the other.
Podcast works.
See, I'm operating with right brain.
Yeah.
I got the right brain. Mateo's got the left brain. Mateo's all logic and facts and details, and I'm the one actually coming up with like entertainment.
Right.
And
If you put your
Mateo's
brains
the
together,
machine.
you can make a whole Matt Merrick.
if we if we put our heads together, we'll still have a speech impediment.
At least the lisp.
I don't know. I think it's a good idea.
Mateo's editing so flawless, so you wouldn't notice the speech impediment.
Oh, Mateo,
true.
my show, Mateo would not be as big a part of it. It would be more. You would be just kind of sitting there as like the Robin Quivers.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a question for that. How long do you want each episode? An hour, 45?
And do I get
to wear blackface?
Just a clean hour. You do have to wear blackface.
As long as there's no video of that, I'm fine.
No, dude,
no video
you're not
after.
gonna be on the. I don't even want there to be video.
You gotta wear blackface to work, but you're not gonna be on video.
That's beautiful.
You
There's no
do, you
evidence.
do have to be in blackface. There's not gonna be video. Don't worry about that. But it will be like a theater of the mind. So anytime you talk, you got to be like, man, what the fuck y'all white boys talking about
over here.
God damn it.
I'm sold.
Y'all jiving.
Y'all white boys is crazy.
Just,
So it's
just a
just-
different
you-
comedian every time.
So your episodes are basically an hour monologue.
No, I mean I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. I got people like DMing me asking me like, is the Loud Boys coming back? Are you gonna do your own thing? And I'm like, I really have no idea.
You should
Like,
just go with what you feel like.
I didn't sign like to be honest. I didn't get into comedy to be a morning zoo DJ. Like it feels like
Dude,
with
that sounds like a great job.
it does sound like a great
Yeah, it
job.
does.
I mean,
Morning
now that I
radio
think of
does
it,
sound like a lot of
I would
fun, though.
do that. in a
I'd have a
heartbeat.
great time.
I just
Prank
don't-
call
I don't-
everybody.
I
Great
just-
Have they
hours,
done
great
that?
benefits.
Yeah.
I could
Talk to chicks all day. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah, it is
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Let the man
Giveaway
speak.
concert
Let-
tickets?
You
let
wake
Dalton
up in
speak.
Chick City. That's
Yeah.
a win in my book.
No,
Hoboken.
I don't really understand podcasting. It feels like it was something that a lot of comedians were relegated to in a new environment.
Well, it was
where-
invented by Joe Rogan.
It was invented by Joe. Yeah,
and
yeah.
Mark Maron.
And
They all
Ricky
vote.
Gervais.
Oh, now we're getting technical.
You can
Yeah.
you can say the S. He's not French. You can say the S. Ricky Gervais.
Oh,
Ricky Gervais. You know,
I do not believe in a god.
Julia Fox over here. Ricky Gervais.
It's singular.
Le Office.
Saying Gervais implies there is more than one Gervais.
his name is Ricky Gervais. It's one Gervais.
A Gervais. It's called a murder of Gervais. You got a pride of lions, a flock of seagulls, and a murder of Gervais.
Gervais to Ricky as Flock is to.
Bird.
There you go. See, Mateo would know. The two retards fucking knew.
I almost said Raven from wrestling because you said flock.
Oh, I love the Raven. I think podcasting now has become like a something that you have to do as a comic, and it's like, no, you really don't. But like every comic has a podcast. Like I don't think there's even Kevin Hart has something, right? He has like a radio
He has
show
like
with
two
that
or
guy has
three.
now with like 12 fucking.
Yeah,
black
it feels.
guys.
It
It's
just feels like it became the default setting for comedians, and
He
It's
also
not the
says
end of the podcast. It's
Yeah.
just eventually you have to get famous to continue doing.
yeah. To be honest with you, podcasting it's just psychologically exhausting
it is.
because it's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Also,
like,
it's-
what is this?
Also, broadcasting, right, is a specific talent. Like, and it shouldn't just have to be like where poor Mateo comes by and just sets up the mics and we're here bullshitting. There should I always enjoy, because I was a fan of radio growing up. I always
Okay.
I always listened to Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony. But like even other shows.
JV and Elvis in the morning.
I love them. Fucking KTU. No, but I listen to like WFAN sports radio. And I always liked like Mike Francesa. Like I always enjoyed the art of being a broadcaster. Like now when you listen to some of these podcasts, like I think like Tim Dillon's very good. I think he's a good broadcaster.
yeah.
But then I listen
Not
to.
everyone's a good conversationalist. So just because you put a mic in front
Yeah.
of someone doesn't mean they're going to become a good
You mean to tell me that Joe Gorman is bad at talking to people?
Joe Gorman sounds like the inverse of Joe Rogan. I'm not going to lie.
He kinda does.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Like Joe Rogan may say some racial epithets, but it's good conversation.
He's a
Yeah.
great broadcaster.
You don't like it when someone just screams at you?
I should know.
Now you got to keep in mind that Farooq is the madman.
Yeah.
I yell back, baby.
Scream away.
Let it rip.
You don't like it when someone only talks in riddles and mysteries?
So this podcast between you and Mateo. What is
Yeah.
I do. I talk in riddles way better.
He does.
Yes, Mateo. You're every Batman villain ever. I know.
I want to be.
I know.
You actually are like if they all ran into each other.
I would love to. Mateo, what are your thoughts on the new Riddler? How do you feel about this?
Guilty as charged. Do have the action figure of it.
You already had. Wait,
No
how'd
one
you?
made that allegation?
How did you
but go
get
on.
that? How'd you already get that?
I already bought a Paul Dano.
I already have. I have a die-cast metal figurine. It cost me $2,000. My lawyer helped me get it. You got me.
I like how Dalton asked you for your thoughts, and you're like, "I have the action figure."
Well, it
It
seems like
answers
Mike
my
does.
question perfectly, dude.
He
You,
loves it.
you
He
got.
loves it.
You got.
The guy looks tight.
You like it.
Yeah.
I think it's too much. I think it's
What,
too.
the movie?
Yeah, I think that new Riddler is just. It's too.
It hasn't been done since.
I like Paul Dano a lot.
I like
though.
Paul Dano.
good
I just
actor,
think the design of the character. I'm looking at it like, what is it? What is this? A Cenobite
What's a
I haven't
Cenobite?
seen what he looks like
from
yet.
Hellraiser?
Oh yeah. I know.
It just. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a comic
Yeah,
book
where's
to
the
me.
green suit with all the question marks and the top hat?
Right.
Yeah, where's Jim Carrey?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't silly enough.
I mean, honestly, I would like it to be silly. I would
You would like
it
it more cartoony.
That's why I
Well-
liked Peacemaker. I thought Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's a good show.
Yeah,
Peacemaker's
Peacemaker's
awesome
good,
because
yeah.
it's very silly. It doesn't take itself seriously
To
at
be
all.
honest, surprised at John Cena's acting chops.
We were just
Let's
talking about
see.
that.
Yeah, we're talking about the
Yeah.
hour
He's-
before.
I
this.
mean,
Oh,
he's-
he's wearing like a gas costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
wor-
think when you
That
do
looks weird.
when you do a comic book movie, like when you do like when Nolan's Batman's, it was a serious tone,
It
It's
was.
hard to balance that.
and
yeah.
a lot of the dialogue, even like the
Yeah, it
Dark
looks
Knight,
like Leatherface.
the dialogue of the Dark Knight actually was pretty good. Like there was cheesy lines for sure.
Oh yeah.
But when
Considering the source material.
like with this, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So with this new Batman movie, like I saw a few clips online already, and I'm like, oh, the dialogue's not that good. So if you're gonna take yourself so fucking seriously and not deliver on at least good acting and good dialogue, I'm like, this could be a disaster of a movie.
It probably
You have
will
a very
suck.
good cast though.
Cause like
no,
you,
I think it's actually going to be decent. It's just more
Joker
so
was
you're not,
Joker rocked.
That's what I'm saying, and also I think it's more so DC's finally just going like we're not going to try to compete with the Marvel
Right.
machine sort of
They're
thing.
resetting their world.
They're
now.
resetting the whole tone of everything.
Well,
which I
they're
don't
doing.
mind.
They're gonna
I don't
do.
mind.
They're doing Flashpoint, and
They
so they're
are.
gonna.
That still looks like just gay as fuck. I cannot like it. Just
Well,
looks
they
so
have.
dumb.
They
It
have
looks so
to.
dumb.
They honestly they have to
Have to
because
reset it.
in real life,
Yeah.
I think Ben
They have to.
Affleck. Ben Affleck is out, and I think Henry Cavill may not come back as Superman. I don't know.
I don't think so.
And-
Neither is Cyborg. the
So
guy
they're
from
gonna.
the-
They
I
have
mean,
to do.
Superman's not going to return, right?
Yeah, sure.
He'll be back somehow.
Actually, that's the one we need.
Oh,
was that one?
Brandon Routh.
That's who we need.
Yeah,
Brandon Routh said he wanted to do it for some reason.
he was in
he's
or no,
old.
he played the Atom.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's also old. Like he just
Yeah.
can't play that.
There's like 100 beautiful men that could be Superman. Who it doesn't.
Joe
have,
Gorman would make a great.
Yeah, Joe Gore. Yeah,
A little short.
yeah. Like, oh,
He can play great.
Do you like
games,
seeing through walls?
do you like cocaine is my kryptonite, and I mean that literally. That is real. I am addicted to cocaine. I'm Superman.
It'll be really funny if a day Jordan.
I'm invincible.
I'm invincible.
Here in America.
a coked up Superman would be very funny.
Yes.
It'd be a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Superman.
You're fucking right.
No, he just
Great idea, Superman.
Superman does
to
coke.
smack some chick's ass and just murders her.
Flies to the wall.
Dude, he's in the Daily Planet and he does that, and then there's like 10 different walls with her like her shaped like a woman.
He snorts the whole desk.
After he does that, he's just shaking in the corner. He's like, what did I do?
I should own the Daily Planet. I should be the owner of this paper.
I mean, stupid.
For some fucking reason, Ray Donovan has to fix the situation. Just make it ridiculous. A ridiculous movie.
Yeah, the headlines, the newspaper's spinning, and then it says Superman in rehab, and then at the bottom it says. One of our journalists, Clark Clint, has not been seen in months. Wonder what's going on there.
I think he has a drug problem.
Yeah, we think
Not
Clark.
answering his phone.
Yeah, we think Clark might also have a drug problem, but yeah. So Superman on cocaine is good.
I would love to see that movie.
Yeah.
that would be
Just
a
do the Justice League, but it's a rehab, and they're all addicted to something.
that
right?
would be a serious tone.
Wasn't that the
comic
plot
book.
of that show Drawn Together?
Yes.
Isn't that
Yes,
actually
it
what
was,
that
yes.
show's about?
Yes,
Oh, all right.
yes,
I
it
didn't-
was.
I didn't
What?
see that.
Oh,
That was
show.
the old cartoon on Comedy
Yeah.
Central.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't see the show.
What'd you
I
talk
didn't.
You don't have
I
to
didn't see the
apologize.
show.
It was on like over 20 years ago. You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, yeah.
Very short
Not
time.
20
It
years
was
ago. It was
very-
on, it was
not
on in
long.
2005.
Oh, y'all want to hear something funny? I introduced myself. I was at the stand the other night, and I introduced myself to Steve Erlanazisi.
Oh, 9/11 guy.
And
I like
I-
your
yeah,
9/11
yeah,
stuff.
9/11.
right here.
Madman. He's Madman too. So.
Yeah, he's mad.
Did you happen to see him at 9/11 that day?
No, because you're both standing on the sideline. Like, hey, this looks fucking crazy, huh?
Yo, were you?
This is mad. I say mad.
He
were
was
you
like, hey,
two?
you got a
were,
light?
were you
You
guys
guys were high
dancing?
fiving.
No, Mateo. We're straight. We weren't dancing.
No, you were on the sidewalk with Steve Erlanazisi, and he had a cigarette. He's like, "Hey man, you got a light?" And you go, "Boy, do I!"
Dancing on rooftops.
So
Yeah,
you saw this.
I
Steve-
introduced myself to him.
Guys,
was
I
like-
am Steve Ranazzi.
I just was like, "Hey man, I loved your show. I watched it when I was a kid. It was on like when I was in high school." And he goes, "Oh man, high school, huh?" And I go, "Yeah, it was on what, like 2007?" He goes, "2009 to 2015." And I was like, "Wow, you remember it?"
Was it the league? The league?
The
you're
League,
talking
yeah.
about?
That
But
was
it-
a good show.
It was a good show, but
yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
It was. I think like when he realized the passage of time,
Oh, really?
it really. I think it bummed him out. He was like, "Oh, high school."
Yeah.
That's when you watched it.
Was he
That's
nasty?
that's
about
when I
that?
watched.
No,
it.
no, no.
He
He
was
was
like,
very.
just
He is
kinda-
very friendly. He's a good
Okay.
dude. It was just. I felt bad because I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to make you feel old."
Right.
Well, you're old.
Yeah, I mean he's like almost 50, but he's got a family.
You had a
He's the-
day job on 9/11. You're old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you worked for Merrill Lynch in the towers, and you stepped
Yeah.
out.
You looked at Merrill Lynch wasn't even there anymore.
Is that the story? Is that he was working?
He
claims to
apparently
work
the
in
story. Yeah, the story is that he was working at Merrill Lynch in the World Trade Center
From home.
and he.
Wrong national tragedy.
He's on Zoom like, this is crazy, babe. You gotta
In
come on.
2001.
We're gonna have tomorrow off for sure.
Yeah, he said. I think the joke was that smoking cigarettes saved his life because he stepped out to smoke a cigarette.
Oh, he did this all for a bit.
It was just a bit.
Oh,
no,
thought-
he.
Well, joke.
I don't think he had.
Hey, it's a long walk.
He
and a
was
flight
not
for a bit, huh?
working for.
Yeah.
He wasn't working for Merrill Lynch as a joke.
No, I know that. I'm saying, but the cigarette thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so that's all.
So he got caught.
So he lied about 9/11 just to have that.
Just
bit.
had the bit.
Yes.
That's fucking the most. That is
Hey,
the
man,
most.
Some of us are born with it. Some of us lie about
That's
it.
the
you know?
most
It's-
comedian thing you can do, though. It's just
Yeah,
fucking
no, I don't-
embellish
I don't have a problem with
story.
it.
People went after him for that. Like he wasn't like
He
going on
lied.
talk
Well, he was going on talk shows and
embellishing.
Oh, and
yeah,
embellishing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
Right, it
like,
wasn't
yeah, but
just
it's not like he raped a child.
right.
Yeah.
Whoa,
No.
where are you going with that?
Like,
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't
like,
get Mateo hard now. Come on.
Shut
I'm
up.
just saying, like, if you know, there's comedians out there.
That'd be
who-
some bit.
There's comedians who have raped children, and you know, his name is Joe Gorman, is one of them. But and that's indefensible. That's
Joe
inexcusable.
Gorman's tied to the tracks. I gotta say.
Yeah, Joe Gorman was always tying girls to the train tracks.
and twiddling with his
Yeah, and
mustache.
twiddling his mustache. But
but in your act, you lie about everything. Like, well, not everything.
I
you-
embellish a lot.
you embellish.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know,
Like,
yeah.
there's
Like
like
I've
Gorman
definitely
says he's
had.
never raped a child in his act.
I have never raped a child.
Like, yeah. No, I tell people I met Christopher Lloyd once. I never even fucking.
Who's Christopher Lloyd?
Doc Brown
Doc
from Back to
Brown.
the Future.
The guy who invented the DeLorean.
Uncle
Monty.
Oh, yeah.
No, he
That-
didn't
you like
invent the
him.
DeLorean. He invented the flux
It's
capacitor.
a tar.
He
Yeah.
invented the
Right.
flex
The
capacitor.
DeLorean
DeLorean
was
already
invented
existed.
by DeLorean.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Mr.
No.
DeLorean.
Mr. DeLorean. Who invented? Let's look it up. Who invented the DeLorean? I think his name was like James.
John DeLorean.
I'm not joking. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
The DeLorean was
No, I-
invented by a black man.
They don't tell you that, do they?
They don't tell you that.
They don't tell you that in the public
It was
education
Doc
system.
Black who invented the DeLorean.
Yeah.
That was his first name.
My name is DeLorean Marcus.
Linebacker.
Yeah. DeLorean Marcus, Ohio State University.
Dalton.
Hey folks, check out Key and Peele.
Oh,
and
yeah.
check out that joke that they did on
You
there.
guys just gonna keep stealing bits.
I
all
like
the
how
time,
Dalton
aren't
has the same color phone case as me.
I got Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you got the
this is
pink one?
Goku.
I just got pink.
Let's see. Yeah, dude, John DeLorean. That's his name.
nice. Nailed
Really?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow. You know your history,
you?
don't
What am
you?
I holding something
You're a
back?
historian.
Oh yeah, could you take $1.50 off that Diet Coke?
Oh, the fucking DC.
Oh yeah.
I get.
I'm so mad that guy uses that. 'Cause I've been running around calling Diet Cokes DCs and Coke Zeros for about a month now, and now probably people
because of
think
Matt
I'm-
Hardy.
Yeah, because of Hardy.
Because he probably watched Cousine.
He's probably going wild watching
He probably.
Eugene.
Oh, dude, Cousine. I mean,
No, he's not, because Matt Hardy has a flip phone. He's not watching anything.
He's
has
just
no
organic,
idea.
dude.
Yeah, Matt.
That's the thing. I like Matt. And he's like, I just keeps me away from everything. I get it, but how do you
You had to get pussy.
No, how do you just like check like shit, like anything? Like you write jokes,
Goes to the
don't you have to
library.
check like if
Probably,
you're
so
you
you
know what I
probably
mean?
carries a notepad.
man.
Yeah, you're probably right,
Yeah.
Mateo. He probably has
Yeah, you know, I mean,
the
Farooq-
same pencil that you just like choose down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could write. I write things down on paper.
Yeah,
I-
that's fine. But I'm saying, how do you check if something's already taken or whatever? You're just not.
I don't because I'm original.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I can.
If I have a thought,
You know who's not original? Joe Gorman. Am I right?
Oh,
That's pretty. I think both statements are accurate.
click, boom.
Damn, you guys are throwing shots at Joe Gorman.
Yeah, let's throw shots at someone else. Robbie, good one.
No. No.
I heard,
just-
I heard he's a solid guy. You know, stand up. Dalton looked at me like, you fucking.
I only have heard good things.
I've only heard good things.
Good
Good-
wins.
good
Good
guy,
wins,
good-
bad losses.
Yeah.
No. No, I don't. I go on. I don't physically write. I put. I do the notes, but like I try.
I just do
remember shit.
75 impressions like Robert.
Robert Goodwin.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of Adam Sandler?
Oh, these two. Like,
Oh, they look like it.
Yeah, 'cause I look like them.
Yeah.
As you fucking like
Yeah.
you put your giant fucking hand in our faces.
Thanks, Aunt Mateo.
Yeah.
Treat me like a child.
Mateo is uncut stems.
I call myself an uncut gem.
Are you
I said
No.
uncut
Stem
stems
cell.
because you're autistic.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no, I've been sending to women and match.
Stimming.
I've been sending to women and match on dating apps lately. Like,
Honestly, the chemistry just.
It's
I've been
palpable.
let me finish. I've been sending to women who I match with on dating apps, saying, "Yo, you like jewelry?" and like, why? Because I'm an uncut gem. And then I'll send like a gif of Adam Sandler from that movie, Uncut Gems, walking out of an
Followed by
elevator.
a picture of
That's
your dick.
opener
Yeah.
on
Do
these
you-
dating
and then-
apps?
Yeah.
and then you
She
send a
sends
picture.
gif of her blocking Mateo.
That's always what happens. That's always what happens. I don't know why.
And then
She
you
says
Why you don't
send
think
a
what-
picture.
You think
send a
that's
picture of a
not
gun
charming?
Why? I never. Why was it a picture of a gun?
to let her know what's up.
To let him know you're armed.
Well, yeah, to let her know you're armed.
Tell that bitch you're not playing.
You'll protect
You're a
her.
tough guy. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Sandler, Uncut Gems, walking out of an elevator. It's like, yeah. What
Yeah,
did you do?
tough. Yeah.
Does that work? Has that worked ever?
Do you
No,
think it worked?
never.
I don't think
Why do you keep doing it?
Because I just know I'm just gonna fail.
Because
so
I'm
I haven't
Well, if you
tried.
get if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, yes, you're gonna.
Why try if you know you're gonna fail?
Well, then why are you on the app?
But hold on, no. You know, in all aspects of life, I know this.
Yeah.
You're gonna fail. You
Yeah.
will fail.
Yeah.
Why do we fall off the horse, Master Wayne?
Wayne?
So we can
You
get back on.
up. But some men just want to watch the world burn.
And that's you,
different
Mateo.
movie. That's a different movie.
That's
Mateo.
yeah.
By the way,
the
was
other
there
one.
anything worse than a weepy Alfred during those movies? Like it was just I rewatched those recently.
Yeah, Alfred's supposed to be a little tough, you know.
yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
Michael
wasn't
Caine-
Alfred's in MI6 or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, he
He's
was like they gave him a whole
Yeah,
TV
doing
show.
that
yeah.
in He this kicks one. some
Yeah,
ass.
Penny,
Yeah.
Pennyworth.
He's a
Yeah.
Pennyworth.
He was a
Pennyworth,
weepy
yeah.
Pennyworth.
Alfred. Ugh.
I
mean,
liked.
he was in the. He was like a British like royal, like he was a Royal Navy, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons as Alfred
I
in,
did.
in
yeah,
Justice
I
League.
enjoyed that. Yeah, that was.
I
okay,
thought
yeah.
that was
That's the only
such a
thing good about those movies.
yeah, and now I mean honestly now they got Kenneth Branagh. They keep really nailing Alfred.
They
I mean
really
it's like
do. Wait, who's
Ke-
playing?
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
They had that
I
like
thought it was
HBO
Circus.
or
No,
Showtime
it was
show
Andy
about him.
Serkis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy
It's
Serkis.
Gollum.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it Andy's?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
Andy
him
Serkis.
confused
Yeah,
with
Andy
Kenneth
Serkis,
Branagh.
Which again makes a little bit
He
more
can
sense.
play
If he's
tough
younger,
guy though. Yeah.
no, well, if Batman's younger, Alfred's obviously younger too, so it kind
Yeah.
of makes
They
sense. That
all-
Alfred would be
but
a little
yeah.
bit.
Wait,
But even like,
I
'cause
believe
I
in
didn't care
circus.
for the original Alfred, like the original Alfred, the one from Burton and
Fucking
the
love that
Schumacher.
dude.
I didn't like
Oh,
his.
he was
Michael.
like-
oh,
Caine.
that guy was
Ancient.
awesome.
That guy was ancient.
I was like,
loved him.
Ancient.
though.
What would
Yeah.
the
That's an
Showtime
Alfred.
or HBO
That's-
show?
that's an
No,
Alfred.
no, the
from the
two-
movie.
From the
That's an
Burton
old
movie,
Fred.
Batman.
Yeah,
Mine-
that's an old
I
friend.
don't know. I didn't really care for it because he was too fucking old. He was like a raisin. Fucking like. He
Right,
was,
why are you working?
like it was too
that
much.
He was awesome.
But like they always nail Alfred, but the Jeremy Irons Alfred was great. 'Cause he was
Yeah.
like a tough guy Alfred.
Well, and Jeremy Irons is just a great actor. I hated that Watchmen TV show, but I thought Jeremy Irons was great in it.
Wait,
as-
you didn't like the Watchmen show?
no.
Oh, I loved it.
What's going on? Oh, you talking about my stomach?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm just letting it hang.
Rob just can't stop looking at it. I'm looking at Rob.
I didn't notice it.
Rob hasn't looked at your face for 5 minutes.
I've been looking at it for like 30 minutes.
Dude, I seriously like I knew it was out, and I was like, I don't
I haven't
care.
seen it directly. I just see it reflecting in Rob's eyes. It's like
every time he put up like Gorman, it got a little bit heavier. And then when he put up Robbie, it went like to his belly button. I was like, fuck this.
I was just letting it hang out. I knew it was exposed. My
We
gut.
used to do that thing all the time here. That's
yeah,
what we do.
everyone's bellied out.
Hilarious.
Fucking terrible Tim. Remember him?
I love.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
Oh, Terrible Tim's belly.
I'll
was
tell
out
you-
His
all
belly
that.
used to hang out. Go on.
I'll tell you this, man.
Say
that's
this Tuesday
Belly
for
out
a
is
new
a state
episode
Tommy
featuring
Farrell
Terrible Tim
stays
from the
inside
OG
his apartment
podcast.
the whole time, so it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. What are you gonna say?
No, that's one of the benefits of having a severe mental health episode such as mania. You completely lose your appetite, and I've lost a lot of weight.
I can tell.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, Mateo's been watching you.
Oh yeah, Mateo. Well, Mateo watches a lot. Mateo has really good binoculars.
Better of a stare if a
Mate-
neighbor's with.
Yeah, his lawyer got them for his liability day.
Nah, dude, binoculars are cool. Don't let anyone tell you that all the binoculars you own are problematic.
I usually
Okay,
just stare
so,
at ladies. That's what I do.
I have a telescope like a Jack Sparrow that I carry when I'm walking around the city. I see a Puerto Rican woman. I'm like,
Do you have a compass that just points to
bum
titties?
bum 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 bum.
Savvy.
Damn, I love Pirates of the
So do
Caribbean.
I, man. Like, what? You know they're making a new series.
Oh, he loves Johnny Depp, by the
Yeah,
way.
he's
I mean, who doesn't?
This is gonna be.
Mateo loves all battered men, just not
Yeah.
just Johnny.
What do battered men mean?
People have been beaten up, Mateo.
Wait, he was beaten.
By his
Never mind.
wife.
I don't want to break your
There was a
heart.
whole
Amber
yeah.
Heard, yeah.
He got fired
I thought he beat
from
her.
Harry Potter.
No, she beat him up. She
Oh,
kicked-
okay.
He's 52 and she kicked the shit out of him.
Women are you can't
Because
trust
he wears too many
women.
bracelets.
I want to hear where you're going with this. Go on.
Well, you can't trust women. Like
you can't trust them.
Mateo's like, shut up. Advice
There's
is
nowhere.
coming.
Hey,
Go on.
Mateo's nowhere to go with it. Put a period on the end of that sentence. You can't trust these hoes.
I think.
Let me tell y'all something about these sitches out here. They be
Yo, tell 'em,
they
tell
be
'em.
giving it up for all these men.
Yo, tell them.
Yeah, you know, dude.
Oh.
I be fucking a sitch's coochie and asshole. They keep it 55th Street. You ever watch that guy?
I know. I watched
Yeah,
the
I
other.
think so. Who is he?
Crip Mac, C Mac.
He was
Yeah.
on the High
Yeah.
Value
Yeah,
Men
that's his
podcast.
Keep it 55th Street.
I-
We gonna keep it 55th Street. You know when you
Oh, that's the
fucking
guy's like, because I'm a crip. Was that,
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
guy?
'cause I'm a crip.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched-
never commit
I
suicide.
was
been
watching
watching
these
yeah.
psychopaths like Fresh and Fit or whatever. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh
stuff.
my God.
Oh,
You
they
ever
see
hate
those
black
guys?
women. Those guys.
Well, they just hate every kind of woman, but like
For guys who claim to be
It's
like just like
hilarious,
wealthy, good look, like they have it all together. They do the like gentleman course or whatever. Why are you sitting? It's like same problem with Drake's music. If you're so successful, why are you fucking complaining about bitches? Like I don't get it. Like clearly on one side you're like a valuable person, so then why are you like not?
Dude, have you ever
Getting
have you ever like talked to a woman?
Occasionally,
Dude, there's a lot to complain about.
I'm sure, but those people that what they're complaining about is like you're not getting pussy. That's not that big of a deal. Who cares?
Well, that's
half the people in this room don't get pussy.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So
That's
who
the
cares?
strange thing. That is.
and we're on the good half.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I was
just-
gonna say only Dalton and Mateo get the pussy, but
That's,
that's totally
that's
fine.
the strange. Well, the strange thing about when it comes to sitches, we gonna keep it 55th
Does he
Street.
call them that?
Yeah, he calls them sitches.
I love when black people just take a word, they just fucking revamp it.
Well, because they
Like-
can't.
find
He's a
me?
crib, so he can't say B.
Yeah.
So his bitches is stitches. Yeah.
Stitches.
So cunts or bunts. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too risque for the podcast. I'm sorry.
the-
Bleep that out, Mateo.
Watch your language,
I
be a
would,
gentleman.
I would on
See
a lot
you,
of,
gentlemen.
I
with-
would on a lot of idiots, but this is their show. We don't censor
You
here.
don't have to. You
Okay,
don't
no
have
complaints,
to.
though.
Why
Sorry.
did you have
Let me
to
tell you.
point in his face like you're fucking John F. Kennedy?
I don't know.
Fucking-
I'm a little drunk, so I want a beer.
You're good. I love it, dude. We're getting loose. We got to liven up, man. It's been a tough 2 years. This is where it
Mateo
all
came out like
starts.
Hulk Hogan, like, let me tell you something else, brother.
Let the man speak.
Wait. Oh yeah. The funny thing is, like, when you really connect with a woman on an emotional level, you have no chance of ever having sex with her.
That's true.
Why?
It's just because it's like the two things are removed from each other.
She must
It's-
respect and fear you, and if she connects, she'll never do that.
That's what they
Yeah.
said on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
You guys should go
That's
on.
right.
You guys will
It,
have a good
it,
time.
it's,
right.
it really is just like
Let's go
really.
scare
I think the thing is like you just have to be a human being and be kind to people and talk to women with respect and try to connect with whoever you can, and then one day things will fall into place somehow. But you know, the pursuit of pussy has driven many a man mad.
Oh, and so,
Wars have been fought over.
Wars have been
yeah.
fought over pussy. You know, pussy is as valuable as salt or
What-
oil.
How?
You ever had
how
pussy with
salt? is salt?
You
Yeah,
cook with pussy?
well, when you're fucking a Mexican bitch, you put a little salt around the room.
Some lime.
Yeah.
Wait, salt is valuable?
I like my
Dude,
shaken,
wars
not stirred, though.
wars have been fought over spices.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And nowadays the wars are fought over oil. Soon they'll be fought over minerals such as lithium.
Yes,
That's the big one.
Yes, it is. We were discussing that in the ferry.
Well, when I was an inpatient and like dealing with severe paranoia and mania, and they put me on lithium, I also was reading the New York Times, and I saw that there's like a current like race for lithium all over the world.
Yeah.
Like everyone's trying to figure out how to mine this shit, and it looks like it's going to be the next oil because it's
Well, yeah.
Batteries.
That's why.
Batteries.
That's why
Batteries.
Batteries
batteries
use lithium
That's what-
and mental health also lithium. So it's like
Mhm.
getting opium and energy in the same thing.
It's pharmaceuticals is America's greatest resource right now.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they're pushing. That's why COVID, the vaccine, they're pushing
Right.
it clearly because.
Well, you
of
should. It's a pandemic.
Hey, bleep out vaccine, all right?
That. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I forgot we're on Spotify.
Call it the fag scene.
You don't want Neil Young coming after you.
By the way,
let me tell you something else.
by the way, I
Back in my day, no one questioned
Yeah.
science.
I don't want Kesha removing our music from fucking Spotify because
Back in your day, people thought they get AIDS from sitting next to a gay person too, Neil Young. So, 50-50.
Wait, that's not true.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say,
Just move a little bit away from Mateo.
What Neil Young said about the gays, like that little quote,
Oh, yeah.
was one of the most horrendous things.
yes.
What did
Can
he
you
say?
Tell me the quote.
He said something. He called them fags.
Way long ago.
About you go to a cashier.
Well, not way long. It's still
No, it was in the 80s.
90s, 80s, yeah.
It was in the
yeah.
80s.
It wasn't.
80s, yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
like it
He
was,
said I think we should put all these fags in camps.
But I bet they'd fucking love that.
Yeah, I bet they love it. Going to their own gay camp.
we're gonna call it the Holocaust. like,
yeah.
Or the Holocaust.
The ball, yes.
but
Oh,
the-
okay, I found something.
yeah, read it. Read the quote.
Camps.
It is scary. You go to a supermarket and you see a faggot behind a fucking cash register.
Wow.
You don't want him to handle your potatoes.
By the
I
way,
get it.
Born
I
in
get
the
it.
USA.
Like, by the way,
I
hold on.
wanna live. I wanna give.
By the way,
Again, the
I've
chemistry,
been on
the
my
chemistry is you can't just let it rock. Just let it rock.
Go.
You're destroying a friendship right now. Just please.
they're killing. By the way, that statement.
Yeah, my love for music, but go on.
that statement in the 80s is a horrifying statement. If you heard
That was actually Eddie Murphy's original opener.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if you heard that today,
Yeah.
you'll be like, "What a fucking great show!"
Oh man, speaking of, I saw Louis tape his special at that same theater.
Which
What-
theater?
which-
The
Oh,
theater
recently?
used to be called the Felt Forum. That's where Eddie Murphy filmed Raw.
Oh,
Now it's
yeah.
called the Hulu Theater,
yeah.
and that's where Louis.
Where is it?
It's right next to Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
last
yeah,
spe- the
yeah.
so-
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. I was there.
How was it?
Ah.
It was really cool, man. That's
Yeah.
such a good theater for comedy. It's like, low ceiling, about 5,000 seats.
Yeah,
It's owned by the Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's owned by Madison Square Garden.
How many people did Louis have to bring?
It was a Sheba Mason show. Sheba Mason presents Louis.
Sponsored by Rich Brooks.
Who's the new girl? Victoria something.
Ornstein?
Yeah, something like
Arnstein?
that.
Yeah.
I see her all the time on like the comedy bookings.
She's getting
Facebook
trashed
thing.
all the time.
And here's the thing.
But she's a villain.
One
I
thing.
love that.
I love her like resilience to just come back every time with an opinion.
That's
She
what I'm
knows she's
saying.
not welcome,
kills
but
it.
every post she's fucking in there.
Who?
Yeah.
This
Victoria
Arnstein, yeah. or
Who?
whatever.
How,
She
wait,
runs
who is
bringer shows at Broadway. She's the
Oh,
new Sheba
God.
Mason.
Oh,
She's like a Sheba.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she'll blog.
I thought these
about
people
how
would
great her
die.
bringer show
I
is.
seriously
You thought they would
thought
die
like
with the,
I
with
thought
the pandemic,
I
right?
thought
Yeah.
all these people that
They
ran
came right back.
I thought all these people that run bringers were just old fucking dinosaurs.
Ah,
who
Yeah.
would-
They keep
They
But
are
no,
in
they
power,
keep
right,
they keep
yeah.
they refreshed them. They got new people coming in.
There's
to
people
do-
we can see probably like from like 3 years ago who like we do mics with and shit that are you can tell they're gonna be the next bringer people.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Like, I can smell out a bringer.
So do I.
I love a villainous attitude though.
I do. Yeah, it is.
I enjoy that. These bringers gotta go. These I hate
the
when
only good bringer is a dead bringer.
when these bringers move into my neighborhood.
They're bringing all their friends.
Oh wow, it's crowded. Must be a bringer room.
You know what happens?
I know how we ruined it. Let's get a bus full of bringers.
You know these
Yeah.
fucking bringer show hosts. They do a lot of time in between.
Yeah, I love it when you're at a Wendy's and you're like, oh my god, I didn't know this was a bringer. I didn't know this was a bringer Wendy's. I just wanted a Baconator.
I love a good villainous attitude. I like.
She's
Dude,
in there, man.
how
She's in there.
cool-
And here's the thing: she will respond to She will go like she'll respond to everyone addressing her, and like she will like just like troll.
She'll
to, like,
fight
no.
with all of
Guys,
them.
How
Everyone
much
stop
fucking
talking to her.
time does she have in her hands?
She is
She's
an old
plenty. She's a
Jewish
bringer.
woman from
Yeah.
fucking Manhattan. Well, she,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
she
I don't
probably,
even think she's from
she probably hangs
Manhattan.
out with your
She-
mom, sparsing through your law book or whatever.
Shut up.
She, I believe, lived in Hawaii because I am in the Hawaii comedy group for no reason.
with her.
And they were trashing her in there.
Wow.
And they don't even really exist.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
this
she's
is-
like kind of like a couple of scenes have been like, oh, we know about her. She's a piece of shit.
She's been
Yeah.
kicked out of like a few
LA too, yeah. LA,
states.
she went she tried to do an LA bringer thing, and they were like,
Oh.
you know.
If that's the case, I ain't
Like,
gonna work with her.
Pay to
Simple as that.
play bringer stuff is really only Manhattan. Like in other.
That's not true. It's
I mean,
everywhere.
no, I mean like New York. I mean like it's only really like I'm saying. Let me finish. In other cities like
Yeah,
outside,
make your point.
like and like London, Britain, Ireland, Canada, it is like a thing that does not exist. It's like a taboo thing. Like it's really only an American thing.
You know, not for
Oh,
nothing.
okay. You said it was
Yeah, it's
only
very
a New York
capitalist.
thing.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
No, but it's like only really an American / New York thing.
Well, LA has their.
I don't
Fair
know
share.
really. I have no familiarity.
I mean,
with
I just say don't ever do them.
okay.
Just don't ever
Yeah.
do a bringer. I mean,
No, I would never.
if
Yeah.
you
I've
can-
done it. I've done it. It sucks. And
Yeah.
it's,
sucks.
It feels
Anthony
dirty.
Angle guy has
It's-
nudged me twice now to be like, if you want a Gotham tape, all you have to do is bring 11 people. I'm like, oh, that's it, just 11 people.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
11.
I'm
you
on
know,
that
you know
guy's
what
email
gets me
list. I
is
just
they
ignore
always
them.
tell you they always tell you at these bringer shows they're like, you know, this show always sells out, and I'm like, yeah, because you got it. We're bringing the fucking audience.
Yeah.
It's like it sells out because of us, dude, and you ain't fucking paying us.
Right.
Fuck off.
I
not
say
paying,
someone's
you're not
selling out
passing.
here, and it's me because I
Yeah.
don't fucking do that kind of shit.
I'm not fooled by all the
Tell 'em.
glitz and glamour
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
of the Broadway fucking comedy
yeah, who
club.
needs fame? Who am I, Robbie Goodwin?
He's doing an impression of a famous man.
You know
Yeah.
Ian Russo? No. That's my
I gotta
impression.
be honest, the best moment was just watching Robbie.
Farouk, mic to mouth.
Hey, get your fucking head on straight and hold that mic to your mouth, dude.
What do you
I
not know
I
what
love
you do?
Mad
You
Men. You
fucking
passed
idiot.
to Mateo now. I don't think I could be this mad.
Yeah, be careful. This guy's the man.
You bite at you, Mateo.
Okay, so make your point. Make your point.
Hey,
Yeah, let me finish. As I was saying.
Farouk, can you finish?
Yeah, I'm trying to finish. Just
Yeah,
let me
just
finish.
keep
Hey,
the
make your point.
microphone.
Stop talking. I can't finish. You guys are talking.
All right, just make sure you're holding the microphone right.
I forgot what I was saying.
Talking
I
about
wanted to hear it,
bringers.
too.
You're talking about bringers.
No, it's
Yeah.
Robbie Goodwin, I think.
Robbie Goodwin, I forgot actually what I was saying, so
Was
never
it an
mind.
impression? Was it an impression of Robbie?
No, it wasn't an impression of Robbie. It was
Was it on,
something
like,
about
word
that
count?
Robbie said, but I forgot now. So
I have to say,
Yeah, here's my impression of Robbie. Why does everybody hate me?
I have to say, I do like Robbie.
favorite
and-
moment
and
was at
Joe.
our festival. Sorry.
Just saying.
I mean, no, look, he's a good dude. He just, or I don't know.
He's not.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
what it is.
I'm
You
coming
wanted
from-
to
I'm
tell the
coming from-
story
I'm
real
coming
Tell you,
from
if you wanted an
Dalton's
egg
perspective.
sandwich too, you should have just said something. I would have made you one too.
Yeah.
You don't have to be
I
mad.
want an egg sandwich. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm saying
fucking egg
that
sandwich.
coming from Dalton's perspective.
I mean, there was just,
I told
dude.
you egg
It's
sandwich.
like the thing is like there was just a lot of insecurity on that show. There was a lot that was not being addressed.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 dudes with giant dicks. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. No, it was
Wrong show.
Yeah, advertise it.
That's our show.
Thanks.
it is what it is.
My favorite moment with Robbie Goodwin was at the festival when he was battling Jerry for Fight Club, and they just made him a villain, the whole crowd, for no fucking reason.
Well, it's tough. It's tough to go into that environment because everyone's on Jerry's side, you know.
'Cause
But he did.
the
I
thing
thought
is,
he did great. 'cause he
Robbie
was
called
such
Jerry a fag in a joke, and the crowd was like, "Boo, that's
Yeah.
homophobic." And then Jerry literally next
Yeah.
to called Robbie a fag, and they're like, "Yeah!"
You're sorry.
You saw it in his
Dude, he
face,
gets-
realized that, oh fuck, I'm gonna lose either way.
I'm not gonna
He
win.
he gets picked on so much for no
This
other.
is how I win.
He gets picked on so much for no other
No,
reason.
come on, baby. This is me.
Oh,
This is how
Robbie,
I
He,
win.
he gets picked on because he doesn't exude
Because
any
he wants it too much.
He wants it too much, and he doesn't exude any real confidence. And so it's like, yeah, he's an easy target for audiences and commenters on the internet.
Well, I saw
Yeah.
Jerry and
You want to not like him.
I saw Jerry and
Yeah.
Robbie. They got into an argument on Comedy Fight Club on an episode where Jerry was doing a roast battle with Menno Fernandez.
And you
Were
mean
you on that? I think were you judging that one?
Maybe.
Okay,
Robbie always lashed out. He lashed out at so many people. It was embarrassing.
yeah, like I saw that and I was like,
was this in the
Why was
comments?
he yelled at? I see him as a mild-mannered impressionist.
Nah, dude, he lost his shit with a lot of people.
He's like-
Really?
he's like Christian
I didn't
Bale
know
in
he
The
ever
Prestige.
fought with anybody.
oh no, dude, he would lose his shit publicly, and then
Really?
like I'd have to tell him like, what do you like? You can't
Can't
do
yell at
that.
people like that.
There
Yeah.
is a behavior you have to realize, especially in New York. Like I'll go to New Jersey and do comedy, and I'll behave like a total piece of shit.
Yeah, you should stop doing that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to talk to you
I
about
do
this.
things after shows.
Yeah, no, I've been there.
There's a few situations I've been in.
Do you know New Jersey is a part of the United States?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just treat it like Cambodia.
Yeah.
You're the command.
New Jersey is
Yeah.
Greg's
Go-
Epstein Island.
Yeah, really.
I wouldn't do half the shit I do in New Jersey that I would do in New York. I just wouldn't.
The other
do
way
it.
around, you mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. But I wouldn't do half the shit I do in whatever. Yeah, there is a setting in New York that's more business oriented. You can't be a piece of shit.
Well, it's as big as a scene or whatever you want to call it is. People talk so much that it's gonna, it just news travels fast.
What
Like,
was
it's
the
hard to hide.
biggest scumbag move you did after a comedy show? Just hanging out.
Oh, I got a
Does anyone-
blowjob, and then I sent a picture of it to Farooq and Jerry Martinez.
Oh,
So that was in New Jersey too.
Yeah. Who was the guy? Okay. You know what I said too?
I heard it.
Well, I committed the crime of being rude.
That was it.
That was all I did. Like when I was manic, I just was like saying a lot of crazy shit, and they couldn't deal with it, and so they ended the show.
What the podcast?
Yeah.
So you were just like, what? You mean like you were just being rude? Like, yeah, because like it's such a bizarre ending.
Yeah.
Like, cause
Well-
it doesn't make any sense. And like I like those two guys, and obviously Dalton, we would know each other for a long time. It's just such a bizarre ending because it's like you guys were truly on the rise.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't have ended.
No,
Like,
I had I was going through like a pretty serious like mental health thing that I was not aware of, and then I got it straightened out. Got the diagnosis,
Right.
been building myself back up. But like, yeah, they just couldn't, for whatever reason, they couldn't handle working alongside me anymore. And like, I don't know what conversations are being had behind my back, because I know that that's happening. I know that there's a group chat somewhere that them and whoever else are in, and they're saying something.
they're giving you
I
hell
could
in the
never
comment
imagine
section.
someone doing that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I only know that because of the group chats I've been in. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, well, they're not talking to me in the group chat that I'm in. So
I
that
think
means that
You don't
there's-
say.
I think the
Things sound awfully familiar.
I have a lot of those.
I
Yeah.
think the frustrating thing about watching your guys' show end as a comic who is coming up is that you guys got a really good push, right? And actually, to be honest, it was a good show. Like you were great on the show, and I love Joe. I do think Joe's very funny, and I like Robbie. But you guys mixed well together, and I think that when and then like it wasn't like you guys were on for 4 or 5 years together. Like it was only
No, it was
Can
just
I-
getting
8
it was
months?
just getting started, and they
I'm just gonna
started.
say this. I didn't know you had a show until the show ended, and it became a whole like debacle of like you like having the fallout. And I'm like, oh wait, you guys are doing a podcast together? And then
Yeah.
I checked out a couple of clips. I'm like, all right,
like
seems funny, and that's it.
like
You guys
yeah.
did a lot of
so-
really cool shit. I was looking forward to seeing the success.
I'm as baffled as anyone about this, because like Matt Merrill was calling me, and he was the one that was giving me the news. He was like, well, they say, well, you all go your separate ways, but you can all still be on good terms. And I'm like,
Why
Matt,
is Matt Marin Forrest Gump?
no, he's Elmer Fudd. But I told him, I was like, dude, this sucks, man. I was like, why the fuck are you the one even calling me about this? Like, what you're telling me is that you're having conversations behind my back with the people I do the show with, and decisions are being made without me about the show that I've been working on and building up.
Why is that news coming from Matt in the first
And
place?
yeah, I was like, why are you being the intermediary? He's like, well, they can't talk to you anymore because you.
He's their mother. I mean, he's their lawyer.
Yeah. No, it's just all immature on their part, because it's like they have not like actually talked to me about any of this. I've just heard from Matt that they made these decisions to end the show, and I'm like, well, this is fucked up.
Now are they?
And
gonna-
if they'd continued, right, wouldn't that ruin
Yeah.
the chemistry? Now that they have these conversations behind your back, you can't really sit in a room full of people that are conversations behind your back and be like, I can be fully.
No,
you know.
I mean, no, it's never gonna come back at this point.
No, I'm saying if it were to,
I
that would
heard
just
they're
be
going to rename
awkward.
the show Opie and Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it'll never come back at this
Yeah.
point. But it's just what's upsetting about it is like we had a really good thing going, and we could have all really succeeded, but like they just got in their, like, I guess we all got in our own way. I don't know. This was I did not intend my brain to fucking go sideways on me like that. And the fact that now the people are trying to do this revisionist history, because what I'm being told is that I was manic for months and months, and I was like, no, I was stressed and trying to like do business and make things work.
Nah. Now, one thing I thought was very funny was that you guys claimed to have Anthony Cumia on the show.
That is, yes.
And the funniest thing I ever heard was that you just took a picture with Anthony Cumia.
Yes.
It was like, yep, he's coming on the show. Because I thought you guys really did have
Yeah,
Cumia.
no, I went up
I
to
would love to
Cumia,
have heard that.
and I said, hey, Ant, thanks again for doing the podcast. And he goes, huh? And I go, the Loud Boys. And he goes, oh, yeah, the Loud Boys. I was like, hey, I was getting here to take a picture, brother.
That's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, I got a picture.
That was just you went up to him and just was like,
You know, that's
he has
also
no idea.
that's the upsetting thing is like I was the music maker of that show. I was the dreamer of dreams. I was really making things happen, and my coattails were slashed.
Can I ask you one thing about I'm being serious. Like the revisionist talking points, what are they?
Oh no, they're just saying that because of like my behavior changed once we started making money. I started like kind of getting into business mode, and they just couldn't handle it. They thought I was being too intense with them because they didn't want to actually. They weren't ready to actually put in any effort or have
this
any.
was behind the scenes. This was
Behind
on
the-
the
Okay,
show.
okay.
Like you could see it on the show. Like I made all these shirts and I brought them in for us to sign. And if you watch that episode where we sign them, Robbie and Joe act like it's the biggest chore of their lives to have to hold up a Sharpie and sign these shirts.
Fucking hell.
And they never told me thank you for doing any of that. Like all the merch and everything. There was never
that
any,
was all you.
That was
Yeah,
all me. There was never
I
any.
remember going to Fight Club at some point, and you were like there with a table or something, with like a couple of like T-shirts out or whatever.
Yeah,
you were
I was-
judging, and yeah, I remember that.
I sold a lot of those at Skankfest too. They never at any point showed me any gratitude for that.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying it's upsetting.
See, it's so weird because when you listen to the show, I would have thought you would have been the one that would have been like, yeah, like the merch, whatever. So you were the one pushing a lot of the business mentality of everything.
Dude, I was the fucking creative force of that, of at least the merch and like the business side of things. I was like creatively coming up with things, pushing them through, making like creating things. Like
Did you
all
draw?
that.
Did you draw it?
No, I worked with artists on everything, but I was like coming up with all the ideas, shelling out my own money to pay for artwork, and.
Yeah.
Like the only time I asked them for money was for production costs, which was like $130 from each of us to actually make the shirts. But then I would sell them all on my own, and then once they were sold, I'd Venmo them the profits. But then I knew something was awry when, as I was going manic, I got a Venmo request from Joe for his cut of the money, and I hadn't even sold all the shirts yet, but I was like, this fucking dude, like, never said thank you for any of this, but went ahead and sent me the request for his money, and I sent it, and then I went to the hospital, and then they just stopped talking to me. So it's like, I'm upset by all of this just for the lack of gratitude that I was shown, and just the complete, I don't know, like they just have no real goals or ambition. It seems like, and they had no loyalty. Like I thought we were at least.
You're totally on the outs with that.
They like I've tried reaching out to them and tried talking or at least saying something, and they don't really talk to me anymore.
Like they're just like they want nothing.
I don't think. Yeah, I think they want to just leave me.
Sweep it under the rug and like make sure. It
I don't
never
know.
happened.
Like Robbie, it looks like Robbie's gonna trying to start a show on Gas Digital with Mike Figs, and I'm like, good, go for it, dude.
Oh,
if you thought the comments were bad before, get ready.
No, I know comments. They'll eat him
Yeah, of course.
alive.
Of course.
Mateo's killing me.
And Mateo, he knows comics.
Yeah. Now, how did this show actually start though? Because like, what is that?
No, don't worry about going.
Take off that fucking.
all right.
Is that
No,
Gor-
it
is
just-
that Gorman calling?
The way it started was
First
just
caller,
Robbie.
caller of the show.
Robbie had his first failed podcast, group chat with Robbie Goodwin.
I remember.
He had me and Joe on, and then it was good enough that we just started doing our own thing,
That's
and
what I
it
figured.
started to go well. But then, as we started to get more and more success, I guess it was just unsustainable for all of us. Because like I'm ready to work, man. I'm ready to like book shows on the road and do all the leg work. But I think like a lot of comedians now who just want to be cool guys and be popular high schoolers, that's not what they wanted. I remember we were at a show in Poughkeepsie. We were in the green room, and Adele at the stand messaged us, all of us, and said, "There's a party at the stand tonight." And Robbie was like, "Oh, should I go back into Manhattan?" And then we're in Poughkeepsie. He's like, "Should I go back into Manhattan and go to this party?" And I said, "Is that what you care about?" I was like, we're here on the road in the green room.
You're doing your
doing
show.
stand-up.
Yeah, I'm like you want to do your set and then just immediately go back to the stand.
And
That's
for-
really what you care about.
Like for what? Like,
For what? To rub elbows with people who don't care about
Like
you?
I could see if like
That's literally what.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
stand
Photo op,
behind
the photo
Ari
op.
Shafir until
Yeah.
he's
The photo op,
awesome.
like, hey, look at us.
That's and that,
Yeah.
that that's the
like,
thing.
like
Check
that's
it
a
out.
weird.
Yeah, we're
what-
homies.
We're doing big things. That's like a weird thing because sometimes, like in when you do comedy, because people forget when you're not.
Robbie's next podcast, 50 First Dates.
People forget when. Do you remember when you were first starting out, or you weren't even a comedian? You forget where you are sometimes when you do like cool shit. Like so, you're in Poughkeepsie and you're doing your show because it was
Yeah.
your Loud Boys.
Yeah.
like, the three of you guys doing stand up. Like you're making it, like in a sense.
Yeah, to me, that's making it. It's like we're on
You're
the
generating
road.
a following. You're
We're
doing
on the
something,
road. We're
yeah.
doing, but they don't. But the thing is like if you're caught up in the Brooklyn open mic scene like they are, that's what they care about. They got
That's
mad.
what they care
They would
about.
get mad at me for
Why are you
saying.
pointing at me?
No, I went like this, jerk.
They would
Okay.
all comedians are so fucking insecure because I would always say like I don't need to do open mics anymore, and they would protest and be
Yeah.
like, no, you can't say that, and I'm like, no, maybe you have to do them. I don't have to go to a fucking open mic anymore. Like I know I'm talented enough and like a good enough writer that I'll do stand up whenever the fuck I want to do it, and I'll be good at it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't seen you around in a while.
Yeah.
Still at the mic scene. No, I think.
Well, you
but,
gotta- you
but
gotta-
that's so.
yeah.
But that's such a weird. Like, and no offense to. I'm not even talking about Robbie there. Like, no offense to him, but that's such a weird thing because, like, when you're doing something like that, like, you have to realize that, like, hey, this is a cool moment for the three of you guys. Like, you guys started from the ground up. Like, no one who fucking knew the show. And then
I remember
like,
you telling me about the show because you bashed Freddie G.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out, and you just go, "You gotta listen to my podcast." We bashed Freddie G, and I couldn't find the episode, but I think I eventually got
It was
I
the
think I
episode
got
we did with Mike Racine early on.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well,
This is-
I listened to that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
That's
And
what-
by the way, at this point, my new podcast co-host is gonna be Freddie G. All right.
Heel turn.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's
I
actually-
can't. Fuck. The frustrating thing is I can't even do the heel turn because like I want to be angry, but if I start like,
Sorry, if you start attacking, it doesn't make you look good.
Well,
Yeah.
because it wouldn't be good for your own health.
Freddie G podcast face turn. Think about how many one-liners you'll have.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
Ugh.
No,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
I would love
annoying.
I would love
I
to
think you should
just
just post a clip of Robbie doing an impression and have Freddie do the same impression.
I would
See how
love
it
to
works
just
out.
be to blow up at these guys on the internet, which
Freddie
I-
play
I
Joe
would- I
and
just-
Robbie.
My advice, just let it.
no, I
forget
know,
it.
I know that because like I tweeted some shit a while back and apparently it was like bothering people and I was like, all right, I'll delete all of it, but
You shouldn't
it's-
even delete. Don't capitulate.
no, I delete everything.
Okay,
Like
okay.
What was the
like,
tweet?
I don't know. I was talking shit because I was fucking mad.
I understand the frustration, of course. Like I'm surprised they aren't like upset too, because like
It
I
means to
said,
self-harm.
like
Well, I mean, but they ain't got to look. Here's the thing, man. They ain't got to worry. At the end of the day, they don't have to worry about anything. Like their lives are okay. I'm the one who, like, when I get thrown out of the hospital, I got to come back into society, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, who are actually my friends at this point? Because, like, I thought I would at least have something to come back to when it comes to this show and like the community that I thought I had.
now, how are you doing professionally? Like, are you so?
What the fuck if I know, dude?
Yeah.
Weren't you on the trash podcast recently?
I was on Trash like a year ago.
Oh, never mind.
It doesn't. But the thing, it's like, I know I got plenty of people who support me, like fans or whatever. But it's just that, like, I feel like I didn't have a lot of actual support from the people who said they were my friends, but also ended the show
Have an
while.
immediate supports like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
system
like
around you,
I
so-
surrounded myself with really really fake people. I
I mean,
think.
dude, yeah, a circle of comedian friends is not going to exactly be the most reliable
Wait,
place
yeah, I
to
know.
go.
Wait, a guy who does 85 impressions isn't exactly real.
Yeah, because like like the thing that the weird thing about it is like, so if we all agree, if everyone agrees that I was sick in the head and I needed to go to the hospital, which I did, and come to find out I was having like a pretty serious manic episode, like all of it, how is that like? How could you justify just like, well, fuck him? Like, how could you justify that mentality
Yeah,
where it's
it's-
like
It's kind
we're
of
gonna wash our
The-
hands
the-
of this
the,
guy?
The scary thing about comedy is personal relationships because we all know each other comedically,
Yeah.
and when you start personally getting to know everyone,
You may
right,
not necessarily.
you
like-
start becoming
yeah.
horrified because you might share a lot of the same qualities, but
comedically, but not personally.
but not personally.
Yeah.
So, like, unfortunately, what you went through, I think any person would reach out to someone they worked closely with, even if you worked at a fucking.
That's just decency.
if you
It's
worked
just
at a
common
fucking Burger
decency.
King with someone and they
Right.
and they were in a hospital
Right.
for
I was the one that had to. I reached out to Robbie after I got out.
you
and-
reached out.
and he barely talked to me. He just was like, "Well, you know, I'll always be your friend." And
Well, was
I'm
it
like,
Robbie or maybe it was Adam Sandler or
Yeah.
Peter Griffin?
Well, no, you're right about that. It's like, you know, as you get to
Robbie visiting Dalton at the hospital. It's just like,
Yeah.
and what if Adam Sandler visited his friend at the hospital?
oh hello, I heard you're really sick in the head. Here's a flower.
By the way, we canceled the show.
Also, did you enjoy?
No, this is serious.
Did you enjoy making money on Patreon? Well, say bye to that.
and we
Say goodbye. Say goodbye to your money.
And
Well, I don't.
We think your t-shirts suck.
And you know who's really good at breaking news? Shane Gillis, and he does a Shane Gillis impression.
yeah.
It's like I don't even get how do you. What do you do
I like
impression?
Robbie, but could he do more less famous people impressions?
get
He
it.
does a Mike Figs. Yeah, who cares?
I don't even know what that is.
I'm sorry.
No,
you know
don't
shit
apologize.
on
Fuck
him.
them.
I
I
don't
dude,
wanna-
fuck
I don't
these.
wanna shit
To
on
be
him.
honest with you, dude, fuck comedians. I hate comedians.
I mean, honestly, like I really do. I like Joe Gorman.
I like the
I
bu-
don't.
I personally have no
Point.
problem with any of
And
these
Robbie, I don't know that well, but
I
I never had
problem.
a
It seems
negative.
like
but I don't know them
They were
that
not
close.
good friends to you, and that's shameful.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. I felt it felt like there was just a lot of resentment building up over time. That
And again, if you don't talk about it and you're working with people, especially like in that, like, listen, and when you're doing comedy, people, there's a lot of like energy exchange. You're gonna like feed
Yeah.
off each other, and when that shit is fucked up, you feel it. You
Yes.
don't talk about it, it's just gonna get worse and worse.
that's the thing, man. Is like they think of it as confrontation, but like
Right.
I always wanted to just talk things out. But like Joe is incapable of doing that. Just completely incapable of having a real conversation.
It's a serious question. Do any of them actually have like autism or anything like that? Like, is that like a thing? Like, are any of them like autistic or anything? They
Well,
might
Joe.
also,
Well,
like-
Joe is
that
a,
might lend to the fact that they just cannot. They cannot just compute that. You're like, I think Dalton's dying, but we're gonna kill the podcast soon.
What the man's speaking?
well, Joe's a
Sorry,
dwarf.
King
Joe's a
Mateo.
dwarf, and Robbie is
Is
just
an elf.
Yeah, Robbie's an elf, and I'm a man, and this is Lord of the Rings.
And the fellowship is broken.
The fellowship is
No,
broken.
no, no, no.
The fellowship is broken.
The ring
Oh,
was a gas studio.
No,
so
I think they didn't like. They had grown to resent me a long time
I bet
ago.
it's jealousy.
Probably.
There you go.
Well, you were the one that actually was
Working
seemed-
hard.
Yeah, it seemed that was. Well, also out of the three of them, you're probably the more likable one.
Yes, I would
you
agree.
know?
Yeah.
Well, Joe's very likable.
Joe's very likable.
No, he's not.
I don't like Gorman at all.
Someone jerked Mateo off before he got on the podcast.
Who
The
cares?
confidence is amazing.
Look,
today.
man.
No,
It-
I'm getting more confident.
You-
because
the
I'm
re-
like,
look,
believing
I'm
in myself
I'm
more.
upset.
that, Mateo.
I'm upset
Fuck yeah.
because like there was money involved, and it's like you don't fuck with
Bright
the
colors,
money.
bright
don't-
vision.
You don't fuck with the money,
Yeah.
and they
Right.
don't understand. They don't know the value of a dollar.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Why would I guess that's how you know they're rich kids because they literally just took away their own money as well.
Yeah, they
I want to
determine.
own my art, and you're like, I'm trying to pay a fucking bill.
Right,
So-
the art can pay the bill.
And by the way, I'm also an artist. I can compartmentalize the two
Yeah.
worlds and say like I'm working on.
yeah, but
my
your art
own-
has to pay your bills at some point.
Yeah. But they, like I saw it like after the show ended or around the time things were getting shaky. Joe started hosting an open mic at Eastville, and I'm like, You're talking about 9 steps backwards with that decision, man.
Fucking
Like,
hell. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and it sucks to do that open mic.
Yeah,
huh?
and believe me,
Yeah.
I was sitting there.
Great, Mike.
It was after my show, and I was like, I'm gonna do the mic. Then I started wondering, why am I not hosting this mic? But I appreciate the fact that because you would turn around and was like, hey, I'm gonna stop doing mics because I don't need to. And I think when you reach a certain level, I think there is a I'm gonna pull back. I used to see Ian for dance all the time when we first started.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
at Creek, right? You, remember
Yeah.
you would see him at the 6 o'clock, and I was like, all right, Ian, you could stop doing the 6 o'clock open mic at Creek. Like, it's fine. Like, you're doing well.
No, dude, open micers,
Like-
the open mic world, the open mic scene, it's just crabs in a bucket, dude.
That was
when
worse
you-
than ever.
It's a
when-
sickness.
When you start saying shit like I did, which is like, fuck open mics, I hate open mics, I'm not doing them again, that makes people who really need open mics really insecure because they're like,
Why
how
am
could
I
you?
still doing them? Right.
They're like, how could you say this? We all have to do open mics. I'm like, no, you do. Yeah, you have to.
I
You
know
put
my
in your
act, it's
time.
fine.
No, I'm just look. I'm not averse to. I'll do an open mic, but I'm saying like
You don't have to grind.
I'm
and-
No.
beyond.
Right, you don't have to
Let
hit
me
it every single
let me
night.
break this down. When I started, when I first started, I was doing 30 a week. Then I started doing lowered it down to 25, and I only do 3 a week now.
Remember when you would watch hold on one second.
It's okay, Rob. It's
Like,
okay.
remember when you would watch like an old movie
Down, Tiger.
and like, and remember you would like watch it old, remember like in Beer Fest when the grandmother turns around and goes,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
jerked off 55 men a day.
Yeah.
That was like him right now.
30 a week.
And
I
he's
did,
like,
yeah.
I did 30 a week. You're like a fucking
Well, you know what
you are a
happened.
walking helicopter.
He
That's
is
what
a
you are.
warrior, okay? Don't
He's
listen
a
to someone tell you.
warrior.
The podcast,
The warrior and the madman. That's the new
Hell yeah.
The open
podcast.
mic warrior, the podcast warrior.
Yo, can you plug your stuff? We got a minute.
I have nothing to plug, dude.
got
My
some- we
everything was taken from me. Everything was taken from me while I was in the fucking
No,
hospital.
I gotta get to the stand at 7 too. So.
I was in the
that
hospital.
was a plug. That was a good plug.
Yeah, his
But no,
bu-
I gotta get to the stand at
Wait,
5:30.
wait a second. Look at you, fucking big dick madman.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nick.
I got one show this whole month. I can't brag
Thursday,
about it.
Prototype Patterson.
Quiet, quiet.
Plugging? Stop. We don't
Okay.
do plugs.
All
Go
right.
back to Farouk's show at the
show.
Yeah, by the time this airs, come to the show.
Good night. I'm gonna cut it.
Oh,
Are we
don't-
done?
Okay.
we're not-
Wait, I
we're
wanted
not
to.
finished.
I
Hold
do
on,
want to say.
Yeah.
You know, all joking aside, please support Robbie Goodwin and Joe Gordman. They're really good guys. They're just the funniest dudes I've ever worked with. Just truly wonderful talents.
Not counting with Ted.
Not counting Mateo. And then also, I have nothing to plug.
We don't even do
I have
the
nothing
plugs.
left.
We don't do the
I
I have
plugs.
nothing left.
Okay,
Yeah,
can I-
well, hold on. Stop hitting the record
Just let it
button.
go. It can
Allow
be
the-
a minute over.
Allow everyone to talk. Wait a
okay.
second. Now, when you work with him, you're gonna have to deal with. You got to deal with this. Yeah.
I know it's okay. It's still easier than working with Robbie.
Cut it. Boom.